came down to it, bro. So 1090 Jake, he come in with this whole grand jury testimony. He's saying what he's saying. For me personally, bro, he got a news article and he got a bunch of minutes. You feel me? Now, my thing is this. If you got minutes, why not just show us the fucking minutes, bro? Why you giving us half of the story? That don't make no sense to me. A motherfucker get half of the story, right? BG. Now, let me correct y'all. This case that they pointed out with Contrail is not the same case that BG got all these years for. That he got sentenced to 14 years and he did 12 and he on supervised, you know what I'm saying, parole and shit like that, right? This is not the same case. Let's be clear. Now, some people say that this is the start of it. His interactions with the feds. Another guy by the name of Telly. You feel me? But where it stands is that BG with the Contrail case got pulled over. He was the driver. It was a passenger. Also, it was a guy in the back seat by the name of Contrail. Now, what ended up happening is Contrail pretty much immediately admitted that the firearm and the marijuana was his. You feel me? Now, this case remind me of this Pooh Shiesty shit. Pooh Shiesty had the same similar situation where these guys, they went and took their plea agreements, but the government wanted them to elaborate on exactly what they had done, right? Now, some people would consider that snitching, unless one variable got to be involved. If they all agreed upon this situation. Same thing with BG. Now, look, man. A lot of people know that the guy Contrail is still locked up. But he did come home. He came home before BG. He came home in, I believe, 2015, 2016, right? So he comes home. This guy Contrail comes home. You know what I'm saying? He moving the way he move, whatever. He get locked up again. So now Contrail is in a position, he said he want to vacate his whole case. Like, man, y'all not only gave me on a parole violation, but goddamn it, I'm trying to vacate this whole case. So what he end up doing is he end up filing a appeal. So if you don't know, when you file an appeal, certain documents open up. Meaning that if it was documents that weren't listed beforehand, but you knew that took place, and you know it's somewhere on that file, they just need to make it public. Basically, what we call unsealed, right? So that's how this part got unsealed. So some people like, yo, why this ain't been came out? Because it was sealed, right? That's the reason it didn't come out, because it was sealed. So now you got this whole situation where this paperwork is out. It's saying that BG was slated to testify. So people like, damn, well, he didn't testify, da-da-da-da-da. And then we hear from 1090 Jake with the paperwork that he putting out additional documents that BG not only testified, he testified in the grand jury. That's what 1090 Jake is putting out, right? Now, here's my thing, though. Here's my thing, right? If this is true, and again, that man thought that BG was a snitch. BG being some sort of celebrity, right? Why haven't this shit already came out? But let me remind you, though. I could tell you when it came out. It came out when BG went on the podcast with Gucci Man. They got a joint album just dropped, right? Some people gonna call it a mixtape, but it's still a joint album. It's on all DSPs. You feel me? It's on all the DSPs. So when he went on this podcast with Rap Radar, they asked him the question, is he signing the Birdman, Cash Money? He flat out and said, look, man, I just got out of jail. I'm weighing my options. I'm not signing to Birdman. I'm not signing to nobody. I'm still weighing out my options. 2 days later, maybe 3 at the most, this whole smut shit come out in regards to him being a snitch. Now, that's up to you. The general public can understand if this was a play on BG because he won't conform to what people got going on who got major influence in this industry. And yeah, I'm talking about you, Birdman. You got major influence in this industry. Because now we hearing Whack 100, aka Baldhead, man. He basically saying that you gave him the go. Or even if you didn't get him the go, you knew what he was doing. Now, my thing is, BG, did you know what was going on? Did you know that Birdman had got hit up by Baldhead and was basically like, yo, they about to run a play on you, gang. Stand 10 toes. How you been doing it? Or even the fact that this shit didn't even originally come out with Whack 100. You know who it came out with? Terrence Gangsta Williams. Gangsta Williams. He the one who put out this information and said that, yeah, man, some people gonna think BG is a rat. Some people gonna think that BG ain't. And that's exactly what's going on. BG said on his post, he gonna have the biggest comeback in 2024. Do y'all believe it? Y'all get in the comments and let me know. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, this is definitely part of it. It started with smut. It started with some good details. Then it started to like, damn, how you get this big? Y'all seen what went on with Gunna. I was making that reference a few days ago. I see 1090 Jake, you know, he said what he said in regards to making reference when it came to Gunna. But it's definitely true. You feel me? It's definitely true when it comes to the Gunna comparisons. It's true to me because Gunna said that these guys are a gang. Now, the only people who come out and say that Gunna is a motherfucking snitch is Young Thug. Not to mention all the people who got out of jail, including Young Thug's brother, said the same exact thing. They said the same exact thing. That's why I made that reference. Is even with the Pooh Shiesty situation. If that is a thing, it was like they put it together. They did some brotherly love. They did some homie shit. They went behind the scenes and did what they had to do so they can all come home to their family. Now, if that ain't the case, where's Contrail and why did Contrail not come out in 2016 and say that BG was a damn rat or informant? That not only did that is testify on the stand. Now look, man. Let me put y'all up on game real quick. So when it comes down to it, you definitely got people who would say that if you touch the stand, you're a rat. If you talk to the police, you're a rat. You feel me? But then you got states. It's every state is different. Because then you got states among people that's from that area, they'll say different. They'll say, yeah, where you think an alibi come from? They'll say shit like that. Hey, man, where you think play on the government come from? They'll say shit like that, bro. Again, the only people who could come out and say that BG is a rat is his Code D, bro. If he come out right now and be like, yo, BG, he definitely is a rat. You feel me? That nigga did bad. 1090 Jake even went along the lines of saying that he promised him certain things. He promised his Code D certain things like, yo, you only going to get a year in jail and da-da-da-da-da. Which I don't believe. How the fuck you, like, what dummy that's involved in criminal activity think when the feds come and then they slam your ass that you only gonna get a year? especially if you got a criminal history. Now, if you don't got a criminal history, maybe, because it's a point system. They draw for points. So it could be that type of scenario. But you got to make it make sense, gang. Y'all got to make it make sense. How's BG a rat? From New Orleans. I could tell you how to make it make sense. Niggas from New Orleans, I'm about to drop the link, need to come up on my platform and say they don't rock like that. If a nigga talk to the police, if a nigga do this, if a nigga do that, it's a no-go for me. That's the way you do it. You feel me? That's the exact way you do it. But most people, they ain't with that, bro. They ain't trying to come up, but I'm gonna drop the link anyway. Because we can cut it out from its soil. We can talk to the people that's actually from New Orleans, that's from Louisiana, to let us know how they rock, if they state rock like that, if this is acceptable, or if this could be a play. You feel me? That's the only way we would know. Other than that, bro, it's just a pipe dream. It's something y'all just, it don't make sense. You feel me? It don't make sense. It's a lot of people. It's some people that I don't even like on the internet. You probably never heard me call them a rat. You know why? Because it got to make sense to me and my politics, how I was brought up. You hear me? That's all I'm saying. But it's a lot of people saying that BG is ratting. Even 1090 Jake, he's just saying that he putting out the fact that he testified on the stand and all that, right? Let's hear a little bit of this 1090 Jake. Y'all go follow 1090 Jake, man. We about to play his shit.
Defender Jocelyn would state, now Mr. Washington was the one who was charged. I think the government could.
Hold on, gang. Share this live. Share this live. Put it on Facebook and Twitter and shit. Let's get it.
Clear it up more. But I believe BG was given subpoenas to appear for the grand jury in connection with this proceeding. I do not know if he was actually called to testify, but I do believe he received 2 subpoenas to come to court. The U.S. attorney or federal prosecutor, Mr. Vitas, would state both passengers that were in the vehicle were put before the grand jury. This would confirm both BG and Darian Blunt went before a grand jury. Now, a grand jury is a private proceeding used to determine if enough evidence exists to bring charges against the suspect. With 16 to 23 grand jurors present, the prosecutor will introduce evidence or call on witnesses through subpoenas to testify. After all evidence and testimony has been heard, the grand jurors will decide whether or not to indict the suspect. In this case, BG and Darian would testify the gun belonged to Washington, and the grand jury would choose to indict Washington for being a felon in possession of a firearm. But this is where the case gets tricky. BG's very own state lawyer, Frank DeSalvo, would be representing Kentrell Washington in his Fed case. According to Washington, BG's lawyer promised he'd receive 1 to 2 years at most in prison. He'd plead guilty, then withdraw his guilty plea after learning he was actually facing 6.5 to 8 years. Firing his lawyer, Washington would point out how his lawyer was also BG's, and 4 months after Washington was arrested, BG would be arrested in another case where BG tried to pay someone to take the fall. It would seem Washington was finessed, promised by BG's lawyer he'd receive minimal time, and he was willing to take the rap for the gun. It would also seem Washington, BG, and Blunt all planned on Washington being the fall guy. If we pay attention, when the officer recovered the gun, Washington immediately said the gun and weed were his while at the scene. Washington would be taken to the police station where he spoke with an ATF agent, saying his girlfriend brought the gun from Houston. BG and Blunt weren't with him when he spoke with the ATF, but BG and Blunt would repeat exactly what he said to the grand jury. With Washington realizing he was played and is facing more time than promised, he'd attempt to get new lawyers and claim the gun couldn't have been his because the barrel was.
So y'all see what I'm saying, right? So right there was the discrepancy, right? He claimed to get more lawyers and figure out like, look, this ain't what I want to do. Even though he agreed to whatever he agreed to, even 1090 Jake saying that he was supposed to be the fall guy allegedly, right? And then he changed his mind. That make BG a snitch, bro. We already agreed with some shit with you. You supposed to be my mans. You know what I got going on and shit. Look, he ain't even get to the part that like he ain't meet his promises. Like say he said, look, you take this, I'm gonna look out for your family. Yo, you take this, I'm gonna look out for you. He ain't even meet the promises yet. He got a better lawyer and went back in and tried to recant what he first originally said. That make BG a rat, bro? Let me play that back.
G and Blunt all planned on Washington being the fall guy. If we pay attention, when the officer recovered the gun, Washington immediately said the gun and weed were his while at the scene. Washington would be taken to the police station where he spoke with an ATF agent saying his girlfriend brought the gun from Houston.
Hey, bro, that's not true though, gang. That's not true because look, some people play it in different states, different ways. You feel me? They play it differently. Let me see where that comment go. That's not true. I'm looking for it. But basically, the dude said that's not true. If you agree to testify, you a rat. Like, bro, what if your homie told you, I need you to get on the stand and tell them motherfuckers that I was with you all day yesterday? It's Duff for the Clout Chaser TV. Gang.
The Chicago nigga.
You heard what I said, right? I said, what if your mans told you that you need to go on the stand and tell them that you was with them all day yesterday, nigga? That make you a rat? That's why I say, man, the streets ain't fair, bro. At all. Ain't no motherfucking rules, man. Different states, different strokes for different folks. You hear me? Can you make sense of that in the comments for me? If you my mans and I told you you need to go on the stand and testify that I was with your motherfucking ass yesterday. They trying to get me for a whole murder. They trying to get me for a whole robbery. You feel me? I'm just saying, bro, we got to make it make sense, though. 100%. Same exact way. Yeah, he definitely, BG definitely got jammed up 2 times the same exact way. Y'all trying BG for real. Yeah, they trying him. You right, Chuck. Keep that shit real coming. Don't tarnish his name. Yeah, like, bro, it ain't even about, like, if he's a rat, bro, he's a rat. So I won't say, like, yeah, it's about not tarnishing his name. It's like we putting the facts on the table. I'm just saying. I just gave you a perfect scenario. If you my mans and I told you, goddammit, hey, bro, I need you, like, shit, tell these folks, bro, that I was with your ass yesterday, bro. Sunday, bro. I was with you all day, right? Yeah, for sure. That person's a rat because they hit the stand and they're a gang member? Come on, bro. You know and I know that ain't true. You know and I know the streets is ugly. Ain't no rules in the streets.
BG and Blunt weren't with him when he spoke with the ATF, but BG and Blunt would repeat exactly what he said to the grand jury. With Washington realizing he was played and is facing more time than promised, he'd attempt to get new lawyers and claim the gun couldn't have been his because the barrel was showing under the front seat, meaning it must have been placed there by the driver, who was BG. But because BG and Blunt already testified against Washington...
Whoa, 1090. See, there you go, bro. I'm pretty sure that paperwork did not say that, gang. Show me on the paperwork where it said that, because you didn't put up everything. You feel me? You only put up bits and pieces. Show me on the paperwork it say that the gun was facing, the barrel was facing this way and it could have only been BG gun. See, that's the sauce that I be talking about, man. I'm not no motherfucking journalist. I'm a blogger. But come on, man. As people, we got to have some type of motherfucking discretion and some type of moral value when it comes to reporting on these stories, man. Watch what we add, gang. Come on, man.
Washington found himself in a hole he couldn't dig himself out of. Now, this case is crazy because it's 2 examples, right? In the first example, dude just immediately says it's mine. The gun's mine, the weed's mine. In the second case, the guy wouldn't admit that it was his, but BG and BG's homie would come up with an idea. Look, we're going to bond him out and we're going to give him money to sign off and say that the shit was his because he doesn't have any priors. He's gonna be the fall guy. And the guy actually,
And that's my whole point. And like he about to say, when I take it off a pause, the guy actually agrees.
does it. He signs the affidavit, but the police listen to the jail call, sign off and say that the shit was his because he doesn't have any priors. He's gonna be the fall guy. And the guy actually does it. He signs the affidavit, but the police listen to the jail calls. They figured out the plot and they hit BG with witness tampering. In the first case, that isn't how it went. In the first case, this guy admits, hey, this is mine. And within a month, BG and the other passenger was subpoenaed to a grand jury, testified in court, and said everything was Washington's. Now, they repeated everything Washington said, which makes me think they most likely discussed this, whether it was in the car.
Exactly. So people want to know, is 1090 saying that BG a rat? No, nigga. That's why the title says what it says. No, he's not. He's not saying that BG is a rat, man. Let me play it back for y'all, gang.
With an idea, look, we're going to bond him out and we're going to give him money to sign off and say that the shit was his because he doesn't have any priors. He's going to be the fall guy. And the guy actually does it. He signs the affidavit, but the police listen to the jail calls. They figured out the plot and they hit BG with witness tampering. In the first case, that isn't how it went. In the first case, this guy admits, hey, this is mine. And within a month, BG and the other passenger was subpoenaed to a grand jury, testified in court, and said everything was Washington's. Now, they repeated everything Washington said, which makes me think they most likely discussed this, whether it was in the car, whatever.
They most likely discussed this, whether it was in the car or it was behind the scenes or whatever, bro. They most likely discussed this. This has been my whole point for days, gang. Like, bro, look, man. I come from where I come from, bro. I'm not posing as no street nigga, you hear me? But I definitely come from the streets, you hear me? It's Duff for the Clout Chaser TV. But this the thing, though, bro. When you can look at telltale signs of different shit, bro, you got to try to make sense of it, especially when you blogging and you reporting. That's what I made sense of that shit, bro. And y'all hearing 1090 Jake make sense of it. He's a big blog. He damn near a million subscribers.
Whatever it was, yo, bro, you're not from New Orleans, you from Houston. You're only gonna get 1 to 2 years. You'll be good. Just take the rap for this shit. We're gonna take care of you. Dude's like, all right, bet. So he takes the charge. He's got BG's lawyer. Who do you think put that together? Most likely BG. He gets BG's lawyer. BG's lawyer is telling him, yeah, you're only gonna get 1 to 2. You'll be all right. BG goes up and testifies. And this is the thing. If they agreed dude was gonna be the fall guy, and BG made a statement at the scene, hey, whose gun was it? He just said it was his gun. It's like you can almost go for that because dude is being the fall guy.
Hell yeah, you can go for that. 100%. 100%. You like a lot of people wanted 1090 Jake to come on the internet and say that BG was a rat. He just put the facts out there. He just showed you what's what. You feel me? Certain times he politic on his own politics, but he in Florida. So a lot of the Florida politics is the same as Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that go over your head.
But BG testifying in court. How many rappers do we know that have testified in court? And it hasn't come with a label of being a snitch or a rat. BG actually testified in court saying it was dude. And what ended up happening is dude realized he got played, got lied to by BG's lawyer, fired the lawyer, tried to reverse the shit, and nah, this ain't mine, this couldn't have been mine. But BG and the other guy already testified against him. Those statements, along with him admitting to the shit, were used to secure the conviction. And dude ended up getting stuck with 6.5 years. So while you can say it's flawed that dude said he was down to be the fall guy and then try to reverse it back on BG.
Hell yeah, that's flaw. Fuck is you talking about? That's definitely flaw. That's flaw nigga business, man. Keep your word, my guy. Keep your word.
The Chicago nigga.
It's also flawed that they lined him up, lied about the amount of time that he could get, and then testified against him, which meant that there was no coming back. BG could have went inside of the grand jury and said, I don't know, I don't remember, I don't recall. But that would have left opportunity for the feds to take that charge and put it on BG. So by BG saying, Washington, 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 he saved himself from that case, and then 4 months later finds himself in the same situation. I'm just as surprised as y'all. I'm interested in hearing what y'all think. Do you think that—
Hold on. Usually you have an opinion. You feel me? But we know you know too, Jacob Cherry. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you don't like to speak a certain type of way, but you know, I like how you covered this one. You feel me? I like how you covered this one, but like I said, maybe because you're one of them Florida guys now from Boston, and Florida is definitely linked in with Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Versus like some of these other rappers, like you ain't give them no motherfucking leeway. You feel me? Because this could be the situation, bro. BG, this is the whole situation. BG, pretty much, he got this guy. He's saying that he gonna take the case. He's saying whatever come with that. That's on them and them, man. Allegedly, right? All this alleged. He take the case and then they move forward from there. Come on, bro. You gotta make it make sense, bro.
BG and Blunt would repeat exactly what he said to the grand jury? With Washington realizing he was played and is facing more time than promised, he'd attempt to get new lawyers and claim the gun couldn't have been his because—
See that? Attempted to get new lawyers, claimed that the gun wasn't his. Where did he take the stand? Video footage. Yeah, because like, from what I see, the document does say something about that. You know what I'm saying? The grand jury. But like I said, bro, if you hit your mans up allegedly, right? This is all like hearsay. You know what I'm saying? This don't mean shit. This definitely ain't. I don't know what the fuck happened. But I'm just saying though, if I hit my mans up and I tell him, hey, bro, go ahead and tell them folks that I was with you on Sunday, bro. Yesterday. December 24, 2023. Right? And you go hit them, you go tell them folks, like when they come question you, you tell them that. And then they like, yo, we need you to testify on it. Why wouldn't you testify that your homie was with you December 24th, 2023? That make him a rat? Come on, bro. Some things happens in the streets, bro. It's not all plain black and white. You feel me? You got to get context from them individuals. Like I said prior to this live, right? We gonna need for the guy Contrail to come out. We gonna need for his other co-defendant to come out. You feel me? The one that's on the screen that's saying some other shit. That's the only way we can clear this up. The only way, gang. Yeah, it's only people who going to fall for this is the people that do what you say, bro? Hold on. Only the people who going to fall for this is the people not in the streets. Facts. But I'm not in the streets and I ain't gonna fall for it. So let me say that. That's a fact. But I do come from the streets, gang. I know my way around that motherfucker. You hear me? But I don't want to be classified as no street nigga, no street blogger nigga. I'm just a blogger. I'm just a blogger, gang. I'm looking what's coming in front of me, and then I'm breaking it down for y'all, man. Y'all see the Cash App on the screen. If y'all want to hit the Cash App, bless us for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Definitely bless us. You know, we shit, we don't get paid from this shit, bro. It's all off the muscle. You feel me? All off the muscle right now. In due time, we'll get paid. We'll let y'all know when we start getting back paid. But right now, it's all off the muscle, man. So if y'all got anything to donate to the Cash App, definitely hit up Chuck Marketing Pro on Cash App. That's $ Chuck Marketing Pro. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this on social media platforms. Send it to your people on Instagram. Send it to your people on Facebook, Twitter, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Twitter, also known as X, with a hashtag, gang. Let's get it. But this shit is crazy, though. This is a whole lot of media manipulation, bro. Fuck shit. It's just like the whole Young Thug shit, bro. They talking about, oh yeah, this song right here, Young Thug talking about Gunna. How the fuck he talking about Gunna when this song was made before Gunna did what he did? Huh? The only person who come out and say that Gunna is a snitch is Young Thug, and I still ain't seen Young Thug come out and say, yo, Gunna is a snitch. But don't let that go over your head, man. Stop being fooled by some of these content creators, man. I get it. Everybody gonna have their opinion. They gonna voice it. That's true. But that shit don't make it fact, man. Shit don't make it fact. It's Death for the Clout Chaser TV. Gang. But yeah, man, I just want to come in and leave y'all with that, man. Break down that whole 1090 Jake situation. You know what I'm saying? We heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? Even 1090 Jake don't even think BG's a rat. He thinking that, you know, it's some misunderstandings going on. But again, both codeines on both of them cases, if they come out and say something different, now hold on now. I'm willing to go in a response to them. So let me be clear. You feel me? Step for the Clout Chaser TV, man. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Again, share this on Facebook and Twitter, man. We out. Gang.